Hello, hello, hello. Oh, I'm not coming with very, I'm coming with very little energy today. Ooh, it has been just a week, a month. This is one of those days where I'm just coming on here. I told you I was gonna have those ranting moments. Here we are. Here we are. Have you ever, maybe it's just me, maybe I don't know. I gotta find out if there's some more people like that. But have you ever just felt so burnout? It just feel like you walking in slow motion or you're moving in slow motion or at moments you just I don't know. This it's been a challenge. The last I feel like I just been walking in slow motion for the last 2 weeks. Maybe because it's like I haven't really took a day, like on my days off, I was doing stuff with like the kids and I went back home to visit family, all of that. Maybe that could be it. But y'all, when I say a sister is exhausted, I just want a moment just to, and you know what's crazy? Because like when I wake up in the morning, I have this energy and I just want to, talk to God or whatever. And then, life happens. And then it's like I get on here and I just pour, 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 or when I'm at work or wherever I am, I feel like I pour so much. And I remember something that a couple of people have told me about myself, right? They said, Kayla, you're like a sponge. They said, what happens to a sponge when it doesn't release its water? And I was like, it starts to stink, it starts to get moldy. He was like, exactly. So where are you releasing all of this stuff to? Like you're taking on everybody else's problems. You're taking on all of this extra stuff. But where do you go to release it? And I had to think about it. And I was like, honestly, nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. But when I find myself getting on here, I think it's like that time in between where I don't get on here and talk or whatever. It's like I got so much to talk about or so much has happened and I just need to release it. And it's just, y'all, it's just been one of those like you're gonna have the hardest in the topic of today. If I was to give a topic, because I have a topic for everything, right? The topic of today, if we want to talk about anything, the hardest thing to do is to get out of self and give it to God. Like I'm still learning. Like I talk about it, we minister on it, we try to drill it. But when you are living in that moment and you don't know where to go, what to do, what's gonna happen, how it's gonna end up, it is the hardest thing to just give it to him. Like that is art in itself. Like for you to just take yourself out of it and give it directly to him and let him handle it and not think about it. And whew, like I'm still on that. I want to truly get there. And I think this is like a challenge for me. Where, okay, Kayla, let's see, you know, how far you can go, what you can do, how you can do it. He even says it, where I will not put more on you than you can bear. But sometimes we be bearing stuff and like, Lord, how much more? You said you won't give me more than I can bear, Lord. I can't bear no more. He like, you said that I didn't, right? And so I try to, it's so hard to do. And I'm trying to do this exercise where I'm trying to take myself out of everything, like all the situations and circumstances and all that stuff that's happening around me to where I'm more spiritually tapped in versus being naturally tapped in. Because when I feel like when you're naturally tapped in, you are not walking by faith. You are walking in sight, right? And so to exercise the walk by faith and not by sight, it takes you to take self out because now you're depending and trusting in someone other than yourself, in a power other than yourself to get this result that you're longing for, get this result that you're wanting. But when you're in self, you do everything for yourself. Does that make sense? Like, and so I've been talking about it for a long time and I'm exercising it myself. Like, you can't, I don't like when people talk about things and not living it themselves. Like, when I prayed and, like, Lord, who you want me to, like, those Kaylas, those people that I need to help that are like me, allow me to be able to give them step by step, like, details on how to overcome the things that they go through. So now that I'm going through it, I'm like, Lord, whew. But I look at it like this: for that next person that is going to go through it, they need to hear my story. For the next person that is going through something that you have endured, they're going to need to hear your story. And so that's where the Unashamedly Gifted podcast comes from. It's like we come on here to lift each other up. We overcome by our testimony. We want to see other people get delivered from the same things we went through. We want to share how we overcame something that felt impossible because we started walking by faith and not by sight. Like all of these different things, right? And so now that I'm talking about it, like I'm starting to get energy. So that's when I know, like, this is for me, regardless of how tired I am, how exhausted I am, how, like, getting on here and talking to you guys, and even just this is like a rant. This ain't even something that I planned. Because honestly, I was trying to get somebody else to talk today because I just did not feel it. Like I was just, y'all, I was just, and I felt myself doing it throughout the day. And I'm like, Kayla, come on, come on, come on. Like I had to give myself a pep talk. Come on. I started playing music. Come on. You can't stay stuck there. Like, I don't want to be that person where, I come in a building that everybody knows that I'm going through something, right? Like, you got to ask me some questions for me to open up and tell you, yeah, I'm going through it right now. Like, I don't want it to seem so obvious. I don't want my story to just show. I want when I open my mouth, they're like, you went through what? You did what? What happened to you? Like, I want them to be in disbelief. And so I've channeled that very well. But these last couple of weeks, y'all, when I tell you you need to rest, and I'm learning that more and more. A lot of people say, no, don't rest. You sleep too much. You're gonna waste around your whole life. Listen, I'm one of those people. I gotta sleep. I know me now to know, Kayla, you need to rest. You need to chill. There's moments I don't even want to lay. I don't want to go to bed. I just want to just lay. I just want to be in complete silence. Sometimes I don't even want to turn the TV on, turn the light on. I just want to sit, not play on my phone, just sit. If I could have a little music in the background, I'm cool. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm just getting older and stuff just don't, like, what it used to matter to me don't matter no more. And I don't know. I don't know, y'all. It's a lot that's going on in my little head. Well, big head, but there's a lot that's going on up there. But this is just a ranting thing. Like, I just wanted to go because it has to be somebody else that feels the way I feel. And I want to be of encouragement because somebody encouraged me today. And I was like, wow, Jeremiah 1, before you out, while you was like in the womb, before you was even born, before you even made your appearance, I knew you. So he knew the things we won't have to go through. Don't you think Jesus knew why he was here? Like he knew he was gonna have to be a sacrifice for the whole world. Don't you think he knew that? But he waited patiently. He may gave hints every once in a while, but when it was time, he said, "My time is not yet." He kept saying, "My time is not yet." But I see why he stayed in the mountaintop. I see why he cried out as much as he did. I see why he just went missing. They're like, "Where he at? He praying somewhere." Why? This battle of life cannot, cannot be successful without God. This battle of life cannot be successful without a community. This battle of life cannot, like, you gonna need people and people gonna need you. It's so much division right now. And so much stuff. Like every time around this time of year, I don't know why. I just get down. Right before the holidays, I just get down. I don't know why, what it is. And it's I do, but I don't. Like okay, I do. I start to get depressed around this time of year. Kendall, don't get emotional. Do not get emotional. See, I gotta give myself a pep talk. We ain't gonna get emotional. But I get depressed here lately, this time of year. There's so much happening, so much going on. And I just don't feel, I just don't feel like I did anything. I achieved anything. Like, and then my birthday is around this time. So it's like I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to have this done, I want to do this, blah, blah. My kids' birthdays and my anniversary just passed. Like it was so much happening at one time. And when we first got married, it was a challenge. It was a challenge because I was working and I wasn't one to complain. I showed up, I did my job. I'd go over and beyond. That's what I do. That is what I do. But now that I'm getting to a point in my life where I just want to settle. I just want to, what they say, be at a job for 30 years or whatever. That thing is exhausting. When you have done something all your life or did something, like I'm used to chasing money. I'm used to chasing after people, right? And I've been doing that all my life. Like all my life. Chasing after people has been like a weakness of mine. And that's from being a little girl, right? And I'm learning that about myself. Like when you know stuff about yourself, then that's how you know you can change it. So that's how I know, like, okay, Kayla, you need to know, like, you need to learn to get out of yourself. Stop trying to come up with solutions on your own. I pray more than ever now because it's like I'm trying to not make that decision by myself. Like I feel like the decision to leave a job that I was at for 10 years was based on emotions, feelings, all of that stuff. There could probably, yes, be something that have changed, but it was so much happening at like towards the end that I was so emotionally involved, so in self that the only thing that I could think of was to leave. And so now I'm at that point in my life where when I get to this point, I'm like, okay, Kayla, pause. Because you get into that point again where all you want to do is run. Like I am a runner, but I am out of shape. I be running. I- Listen, all my life I've been running, but don't run in real life, right? I tried running the other day. Boy, I was out of breath. I thought I was gonna pass out. I am. That ain't for me. I need to get in shape though. That ain't nothing to brag. I'm not bragging. I am not bragging. But all my life I've been running. When things get hard, run. When things get tough, run. Sometimes I try to face it, but when I try to face it, my way of facing it is being solid. Not saying that. If for those who know me back in the day, I will give you a solid treatment real quick. That's just my way of like that's how I can personally handle it. Like not say anything about it. If I stop thinking about it, if I don't speak on it, maybe it'll disappear. Mhm. That's something that I, as a woman, can admit to doing. If my husband will tell you when I'm mad, don't say nothing to me. I don't want to talk. That's just me. And sometimes it's like, Kayla, but maybe talking it out. And I'm like, in that moment, I don't want to say anything. I want us to calm down. Like, I don't know. I just don't like hostile environments. Like, I just want to, like I said, I just want peace. Sometimes I just want to be quiet. And having two small kids, for those who know, if you got kids, animals, whatever you got that you call your kids, listen, you know them things is loud. People is loud. I'm like, they whispering and it sound like they yelling. Like, can you hush? Are we outside? What is going on? Like, it's a lot, y'all. Look, I told you I go on a rant. But this is a ranting video. This won't something again that was playing like I was just so like you gonna have those moments. You can look at previous videos and I'm hi lee hi, but people don't show you but like what's really happening, what's really going on. I don't want to be that person that come on here and always got something good to say. Yes and no. Yes and no. I want to give you like the good, the bad, and the ugly. Because some people, that's how people get sold on things, right? You see, oh, I can change your life. Pay $5.99 right now. It's a steal. I'll change your life. But not telling them the details that go behind that $5.99, that go behind them changing their lives. And it's not just I pay it and my life is changed. No, there's work. There's like getting out of self. When you are transforming, when you are changing, when you are becoming somebody different, becoming a better person, there's going to be a lot of sacrifice. And I'm here to tell you that, and I'm not sugarcoating nothing whatsoever. You're going to have to sacrifice. It feels like daily. Like the Bible say, die daily. You're going to have to sacrifice daily. Because you have to change your way of thinking. You have to change your way of acting. You have to change everything about who you are. Like, it is so hard. It's not, it's not for the weak. It is not for the weak. Because trust me, when that stuff hit, crying is the least. Rocking back and forth is the least. Just every part of your body just aches. All the like everything just hits at one time. I feel like sometimes this is worse than having a baby. Like all like life. Like it feels like you're not in control. At least having a baby, you have some type of control and you're around people that can help you. But when you're facing these challenges that life throws at you, it is difficult. And we can all agree that the world is not what it used to be 10 years ago. The world is not what it used to be 5 years ago. It ain't even what it used to be a year ago. The world has changed so much. People have changed so much. God is not in nothing we do anymore. Like, so much has happened. But everybody's like, oh, this is normal. This ain't normal. Going to the grocery store and getting 3 items and cost you $100, and it ain't even no big items. Items enough to fit in one hand, there's no possible way. And they wonder why. Like, you got more mouth than you have money. They wonder why. But being me, I'm quick about, okay, how can what do I need? And that's me thinking. So I'm like, okay, Lord, I want to get to a point where I can hear you more than I can hear myself. But in order to do that, you have to get out of self. Because every time you have a thought that could be of God, you're like, I know that. You said what? Don't eat fast, but I'm hungry. You said what? Give my last to so and so, but this is all I got. Like, do we really want to hear from him? Or are you just saying that? Are you willing? Are we willing to do what we have to do? What is the thing that I always end with? Um, I don't forgot. Lord, do what you need to do to become a better you. Lord, look, see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? Do what you need to do to become a better you. And I don't know where that came from. It said, I was said one time, two times, and it just stuck. Do the thing you need to do to become a better you. There's a lot that needs to be done in each of our lives. Every single one of us. And again, sometimes I come on here and the messages that are given to me, given through me, are meant for me. But y'all just heard it. Cause like I'll probably watch this video again and be like, oh, I needed that. Oh my God. I can see the attitude change, like how you just went from down and out to then what I've learned. And you see how I just switched there? I learned that from the best. What I've learned, if you're not living a purposeful life, your life will feel worthless. If you're not doing what you're supposed to, your assignment on this earth, it will feel like you're getting nowhere. As I stated, the more I come on here, the more I'm like, this is for me. This is where I'm supposed to be. All this other stuff is just added. This is just to keep me busy when I'm not on here, right? What are you supposed to be doing? How are you supposed to be doing it? Is God leading you and God in it? And has God ordained you? And like, there's so many different questions. Because many are called, but few are chosen. So are you a chosen one? Like, if you're a chosen one, do you know you won't go through some stuff? Do you know it feels like every time you pick your head up, there's something coming? Because you're chosen. Do you really want to be a chosen one? Do you want to go through? Because, boy, I tell you what, when you sign that contract, I'm telling you, life is not going to be easy. Changing, when you first start changing, when you first start transforming, it is going to be so difficult. And it feels like impossible. But I feel and I've seen, and it's so hard to practice. Like it's not something that's going to just be perfected overnight. Nah. If you have, let me know what you did in order to do that, because I need to know, because I'm still trying to figure it out, right? But you grow more in faith. And I grew more knowing somebody else's testimony that went through it. Or they knew somebody else's testimony that went through it. Like, one of the biggest heroes for me to keep going through all that I have gone through, I mean, all that I have gone through, is my mother. It's some of the women in my church that, regardless of what happened in their life, And we were talking about this the other day. Because we were talking about, how we grew up. It was hard. Like strict holiness, strict, no splits. You better not even look at a boy. That you ain't going to no movies. You ain't going nowhere. You gonna stay in the house. Read your Bible. Like when it's storm, I'm like, turn the lights off, turn the TV off, turn all that stuff off, get away from the windows, pick up your Bible, right? And I never really understood it. I didn't. I ain't even gonna lie, I did. I told you I was gonna be here. I didn't. I'm like, why I'm over here scared. You scared because you bad. Like, you ain't gotta say all that. That ain't nice. That ain't nice. But what I've realized is that when you I mean finally, get sick and tired of trying to fight these battles on your own, that's when God steps in. And that's why I said I want to hear him more than I hear myself. I'm tired of hearing myself because myself is you ain't giving me, Kayla, you done put yourself into too many different rooms that have brought you down. You have chased multiple people that have brought you down. Money chasing money have brought you down. I'm gonna need for you to finally get to a point in your life where you silence your own self so that you can hear the voice that's gonna get you further. And it's hard, y'all. Like, it's hard. That's one thing that my mom really, like, I seen it, but for her to talk about it, like a lot of old school people, and I know I'm probably gonna get smacked for that one, but a lot of elderly people, they don't they just, but like for us, that some people in this era never was raised in church, never really went to church, or, not really faith driven. They don't know nothing about walk by faith and not by sight. Yes, you probably seen it on a t-shirt or something like that, but to actually do it, like, what do I do when it gets like this? Like, a lot of people quit and give up because they're like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, how I'm supposed to do it. And that's when it's like, okay, Lord, put the people in like, that's when you really go pray. Like I go into my secret closet, as I call the secret place, wherever that is at that moment, and be like, Lord, whatever you have for me to do, whoever you have in my life, Lord, silence me in that moment that I don't need to talk right there. Let me be able to hear you when other voices feel like they're about to creep in. I didn't even think I was going to be on here this long because I really didn't have nothing to talk about. Really. But somebody needed to hear it is going to be okay. You're going to you're going to get tired. You're going to be exhausted, but it's going to be okay. But I need you to grasp your story. The more I talk about my story, the more alive I am. The more I talk about my story, the more I see other people receiving their breakthrough in that moment. So as always, I'm always going to end with share your story. Let God lead you. Pray about it. The link will always be dropped. I need to update some of those and make sure that I put it on the old videos, but the link is going to be dropped. My email is going to be dropped. Share your story. Don't sit on it. You overcome by your testimony. So tell it, own it, be delivered from it, and help deliver other people that are going through it. Stop being ashamed. You're sitting on gifts. This is what the Unashamedly Gifted podcast is. We want to bring out your gifts. We want to praise you on your story, because your story then comes a glory. And while we're still going through, We can all uplift each other. Hey, I've been through the same. Hey, I had a rough week this week, but we got through it and we still alive and well. There are some people that didn't wake up this morning. So that's a blessing that you are still listening to my voice. So yeah, remember to always do the thing you need to do to become a better you. Embrace your story. And if you want to share your story, drop it down below. There's going to be a Google form link below. And if you want to email me just to talk about something, I will drop that below too. But always, always, truly, truly, tackle the hardest thing that you can do in life. Getting out of self, walking by faith and not by sight, and embracing who you are and whose you are. That's all I got, y'all. I'm going to sleep good night. I done got some stuff off my chest, got some work done. So, yes, remember to always, again, do the thing you need to do to become a better you and never be ashamed of your gifts and your story.